That's local trainer Dermot McLoughlin again in the Irish National.
Peter, it's wonderful to be here in Dermot McLoughlin's yard. It's an extraordinary story considering it's right on your doorstep.
Exactly, we were here 12 months ago and we said could history repeat itself. Little did we think yet Lord Larry came and did it 40-1, so the people who followed the Dermot McLoughlin and you know, it made up for the previous year when he walked back into an empty Fairyhouse. Last year the crowds, the locals, you know, the locals made sure he wasn't going to go off 150-1. So another great story. Paddy O'Hanlon gave him a great ride, and you know, this race makes the stories every year.
And it's not just the Grand National, it's a full Easter festival, Peter. Tell us a little bit about what people can expect for the 3 days.
Well, look, this year again, we've been building it year on year with a huge success last year with over 27,000 people through the gates. We're hoping for more again this year. In terms of, you know, it's more than just a racing festival, and we try in terms of music and everything else. And in terms of top class race, don't forget last year we saw Gallopin Deschamps ramp away with the Boylesports Gold Cup, the feature, and you know, and quality through and through. It is a meeting that's, you know, it's not just a one. We build up absolutely to the Boylesports Irish Grand National at 5 o'clock on Easter Monday, but the Saturday and Sunday are two cracking days as well.
Freewheeling Dylan running up to the finish. This is the crowning win for Ricky Doyle and Dermot McLoughlin.
The amount of people, the good wishes I got even a week or two after it, like people like the Ted Walsh, different people ringing me saying, you know, you won't leave those eyes for a few years, how hard it was. Noel Mead, I remember saying it to me one day as well. But no, I got great satisfaction out of it, obviously with my father and the link we have. I worked for Drapers for 15 years and I remember the stories back there and like about all his good horses, and lucky enough my father rode a Grand National winner for them in Caforo in 1962, so there was always people coming here on Easter Monday or the weekend before that, people from England and Scotland and Wales, just wanting to talk to my father about Arkle and Flying Bolt, and I had a great interest, hence when I started my own riding career and moved on to training. I just loved the build up to the Irish Grand National and people talking about it and the locals here, and just to have a runner in it. Dennis I was delighted even to have a runner, and alone to win it twice. So I know it's a great race, it's a great build up to the race, it's a great atmosphere around Ratoath Village there, and long may it last.
Paddy, it was a great experience to ride a Grand National winner. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, no, obviously a brilliant day, you know, and obviously riding for Dermot, a neighbour of mine and a boss. But look, you know, went that day and had a hopeful chance with Lord Lariat, and there was no pressure. You know, Dermot says, look, if we can get him out in the first half a dozen and get him travelling away, get him in a rhythm, and you know, see where we're going from there and ride a race from there. But yeah, no, look, things couldn't have went better for me. Was able to get to the front end with him. Lord Larry was running plenty of enthusiasm, was happy out with that. And you know, turning in, I was just trying to hold them together and try and get down over the last three and have a crack at him there. And you know, look, he stuck at it well to the line. It was a brilliant day. One I'll never forget anyway. It
was incredible, and it was incredible considering what had happened the year before for Dermot as well, and he had all his family there. It was just a very, very special day all around.
Yeah, I suppose even when Freewheeling Dylan won it, you know, it was a strange atmosphere. None of us from the yard were there, but who was working there, Dermot was there obviously, but watching on from home myself, and even the atmosphere in the yard that day and the day after was unbelievable. But being able to get it then the next year with close to 15,000 people there was unbelievable for everyone.
Fairyhouse, my local racecourse, the Boylesports Irish Grand National is a historic race, and I hadn't had much luck in it up to 2017. I was second in Oscar time many years ago, and I'd ridden the favourite a few times and hadn't gone right. But yeah, our Duke that day, confidence was high. Myself and Jesse were on a fantastic roll at the time, and yeah, barring accidents, we were hoping to deliver, and thankfully on the day he was a brilliant winner of the race.
And it was a great story. Family from Laois owned our Duke, and what a gorgeous horse he was, and unfortunately ill-fated, but it was great that you had that day with him.
Oh, it was fantastic. You know, he was a horse we always thought, even after he won the Boylesports Irish Grand National, that he could go on and win a Gold Cup. You know, he had that much ability, and just unfortunately things didn't work out for him after it. But on the day, he was a very, very talented horse. He was a hell of a good horse.
And in recent years, Robbie, you've got, obviously the race has been won by a lot of very, very good horses, and it's true testament to the fact that, you know, the quality of the race has improved down through the last few years, and you need a good horse now even to get into the race.
You do, when you look at the top weights and what the bottom weight has been, especially over the last few years, high 130s, you know, that shows the calibre of horse you need. We've had some fantastic races over the last few years. I was unlucky in 2018 as well, when 5 or 6 of us came to the last fence with a chance. I think a length covered the first 5 home, you know, so there's been some fantastic finishes, and I suppose for the last couple of years it's been Dermot McLoughlin's race.
It's a fair test, 3 miles 5. Just tell us the type of horse that you actually need to win a Boylesports Irish Grand National, Robbie.
Good horse. You do. You need a good horse. Look, novices have a very good record in the race, probably because they come in a little bit exposed towards the end of the season. They've only been jumping fences for 4 or 5 runs, so they can, like our Duke, probably snuck in hindsight, probably about £15 lighter than he should have been. But novices can get in with a good record. You need a horse that jumps very, very well, and obviously stamina in abundance, and that's why novices, I think, are what. If I was making a retirement, coming out of retirement to ride in the race, I'd be looking at a good novice to try and get on. They're the ones that have a good record in the race.
It's a race with a great tradition of novices winning it, kind of unexposed horses to a certain extent, and you know that trend has continued over a long number of years, but it's not quite as prevalent now as it has been in previous years.
No, Dermot McLoughlin changed that over the past couple of years, which was great to see, but it is the race where you would looking for the winner. That's probably where you would look, these progressive young novices that are coming along, and generally it has been, because at this time of the season they've had a lot of experience.
The likes of Willie and Gordon have such strong yards, yet they've only won the race once apiece, and there you have a small yard like Dermot winning back to back with 2 horses out of the blue, 150 to 1 shot and a 40 to 1 shot. So that's the beauty of the race, isn't it?
That is the beauty of the race, and it's the great thing about it being a handicap. It's our top handicap. It's my favourite handicap. I can go back years. The first time I ever remember being at a race meeting was at the Irish Grand National in 1969. My dad rode a few times in the race, so there's something about it that I really like. It's definitely my favourite handicap every year when it comes around. It's always a fantastic occasion.